Did you know that in India there was a ruler who challenged the British East India Company at a time when it was taking control of the entire subcontinent? Did you know that among the early contributors to modern rocket technology, the name of the Tiger of Mysore is also mentioned? And did you know that this ruler was martyred while fighting on the battlefield instead of fleeing? This is the story of Tipu Sultan, known in history as the Tiger of Mysore. On November 20th, 1750, Sultan Fateh Ali Sahib Tipu was born. He was the eldest son of Hyder Ali, the ruler of Mysore. From childhood, he received military training. French officers taught him modern warfare strategies. At just 15 years old, he was present on the battlefield alongside his father during the First Anglo-Mysore War. By 16, he was leading cavalry forces on the Carnatic front. This is an age when most people are still trying to understand life, and he was learning war. In 1782, Hyder Ali passed away due to cancer. After that, Tipu Sultan took control of the state of Mysore. During the Second Anglo-Mysore War, he gave tough resistance to British forces. In 1784, the Treaty of Mangalore was signed, forcing Britain to negotiate with an Indian ruler for the first time. Tipu Sultan was not only a warrior, but also a reformist ruler. He introduced a new coinage system. He launched his own calendar. He restructured the land revenue system, organizing state income more efficiently. He promoted the silk industry, strengthening Mysore's economy, and most notably, the Mysorean rockets. Although early forms of rockets existed before, during Tipu Sultan's era, iron-cased military rockets were systematically used in warfare. These rockets astonished British forces, and later British scientists studied them to improve their own rocket technology. He divided the army into 11 major departments, organized the state into 22 military districts, and worked to strengthen the navy by building warships. He ordered copper plating on the bottoms of ships to make them more durable. This was 18th century India, and all of this was happening there. Tipu Sultan sent envoys to the Ottoman Empire, Afghanistan, and France to build alliances against British power. He understood that the British East India Company was no longer just a trading organization. It had become a political and military force. The British East India Company formed alliances with the Marathas and the Nizam of Hyderabad. Their combined army numbered over 60,000, while Tipu Sultan's forces were around 30,000. Internal conspiracies weakened the fortress walls. Some ministers betrayed him. When Seringapatam was besieged, French advisors suggested he escape through a secret route and continue the war from elsewhere. He refused. On May 4, 1799, he was killed fighting near the gates of Seringapatam. According to accounts, when his body was found, his sword was still in his hand. After his death, a British general reportedly said, "Now India is ours." He stood about 5 feet 8 inches tall. His face carried dignity, his eyes intensity, and his manner confidence. He conducted a census, laid foundations for local governance systems, established military training centers, and developed a structured administrative system. He remains a controversial figure. Some view him as a strict ruler. Others see him as a symbol of resistance and freedom. But one thing is certain. He was not among those who bowed before British rule. Tipu Sultan once said, "It is better to live one day as a tiger than 100 years as a jackal." He truly lived by those words. He could not save his kingdom, but he immortalized his resistance in history. History is not only about victories, it is also about resistance, and those who resist are never forgotten.